Just how much trouble is Nissan in? With 9,000 jobs on the line, plants shutting down, and even the CEO taking a massive pay cut, this is a story of survival, change, and hard choices for the Japanese giant. But what's behind these drastic moves, and is there any hope for a comeback? Nissan's latest earnings report dropped a bombshell, a staggering 90% collapse in profits in just 6 months. That's right down to a mere $214 million, the kind of dip that could shake even the most stable companies. And it's happening in Nissan's critical markets, North America, China, Japan, the places that once fueled its growth. So, what's Nissan's response? First, major cost cutting. 9,000 job cuts are on the way. Production capacity is slashed by 20% globally. And in a rare move, CEO Makoto Uchida has decided to take a 50% pay cut, leading by example during these tough times. But is it enough? Here's the real issue: the market is changing, and Nissan may have been too slow to keep up. Worldwide, demand is skyrocketing for electric and hybrid vehicles. In China, where EVs are hot, local brands like BYD have taken the lead with affordable options, leaving legacy automakers scrambling to catch up. Meanwhile, in the US, hybrids are all the rage, a trend that has boosted Toyota's sales but left Nissan lagging. So, what's Nissan's game plan? In a nutshell, the automaker is shifting resources from these deep cuts straight into its EV and hybrid strategy. In China, they're set to expand their electric lineup, and in the US, they're increasing hybrid offerings to meet what consumers actually want. And to speed things up, Nissan is tapping into its new partnership with Honda, aiming for faster production and lower costs. But even with this pivot, Nissan is bracing for a rocky road. They're now predicting a global sales target of 3.4 million vehicles by the end of the fiscal year, down from earlier forecasts. And, maybe most concerning of all, their operating profit is projected to take an even steeper plunge, from last year's $3.7 billion to less than a quarter of that. Nissan knows they're up against the clock to make this transformation work. And while the job cuts and reduced production might buy them some time, will their EV and hybrid strategy be enough to compete? The clock's ticking, and the stakes couldn't be higher. If Nissan can pull it off, it'll be one of the biggest turnarounds in auto history. If not, well, we might be looking at a very different Nissan in the future.